Alright. This is the final segment in the list. This final segment that will be uploaded tonight. Now, I'm going to teach you guys something. Let's say you're being a shadow band. Do you know how you beat a shadow band for a short period of time? Always upload. See, when I live in the U.S., right? In the U.S., it takes a lawyer, if I remember right, a couple long to get you shadow banned. Well, if you upload your videos on a Friday night after 6:30, you can be theoretically a shadow banned that way. But only until Sunday at 12 a.m. then a shadow ban can take place. Until then, if you upload at 6:30 p.m. on a Friday night, you could be a shadow ban for a period of about 6 hours and an extra 24 hours to be a shadow ban. That gives you measured time for videos to go viral. If you can do that, you'll be a shadow ban for a period of a day and a half. You'll be a shadow ban for a period of a day and a half before videos get shadow banned. After that, you have to contact, I believe, I could be wrong, you have to contact a lawyer. And your lawyer will contact the streaming service and try to get you de-shadow banned. And the lawyer will find out who's the lawyer that was used to get you shadow banned in the first place. And you get that documentation from the streaming service to find the lawyer that got you shadow banned, and find who that lawyer is working for, and find what law firm that lawyer is working for, and to find out what grounds the lawyer used to get you shadow banned. Then what you do, you get a case number of it from the streaming service. Use that case number to bring a harassment charge, a cyberbullying or cyber harassment charge against the lawyer or the law firm. And you sue the lawyer or the law firm for cyberbullying and cyber harassment. That's what you do.
So are you a Marvel's guy or a DC guy?
I'm a DC guy. I like Marvel too. What got me into Marvel is Marvel Future Revolution.
Really?
I hate more Marvel comics because of Marvel Future Revolution.
Yeah.
Because Marvel Future Revolution, they made me being kind of the Marvel Future Revolution.
Yeah.
I was able to get $145,000 to be on a contract.
Wow.
I got to get the money from that.
Yeah.
I got a chance to. Once I get the money from that, I'll be a lot of money. I have $145,000.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I just got to get it so I can put it in my bank account.
Yeah.
So, one of Stu, I'm going to try and see if I can collect on it today.
Yeah.
If I can't, I'll use the lawyer to collect on it. The lawyer will get me $145,000. I'll put it for people.
Yeah. So which Marvel character do you like most, or your favorite?
Well, my favorite would be Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one would be Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah.
You know what? It reminds me of makeup a hack.
Oh yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Hack, because, well, I used to hack a lot. Star Trek Line, they call me the hackers.
Yeah.
I was part of a hacking deal. It was called DDT.
Mm-hmm.
The headline deal was called Fro. Fro was the top hacker.
Okay.
He was a company server. I can't remember the name of his company, but it was a bunch of servers.
Yeah.
He was the top dog in Star Trek.
Okay. Do you collect like figurines, or you collect?
Well, I do collect games.
You collect games?
Games.
But you don't collect any like of the Marvel statues or anything like that?
No.
Now, what he's probably talking about is seeing role-playing games. There's these little figurines used to role-play with. And so you use those little figurines to role-play with. The little figurine will represent you. Actually, the little figurine will be a character that's in a role-playing game, and you take on a persona of that character, and you represent what that character is in the role-playing game. Like, for instance, a little figurine of Wolverine, and let's say it's a Marvel role-playing game, and you take on persona of Wolverine. And let's say somebody else takes something, but got Dr. Doom figurine and take on the persona of Dr. Doom. And you fight each other in a role-playing game. You're Wolverine, a person Dr. Doom, you fight each other. You roll a die, decide what decisions you get to make as Wolverine. And the other person rolls the dice out decisions he gets to make as Dr. Doom, until eventually you roll the dice so you can win, or the person roll the dice so they can win. That's how role-playing games are played. Eclipse Paradise is a gaming place for role players go to play, and off of it you drive in Columbus, Georgia. It's also got comic books, it's got role-playing games, it's got videos you can buy, DVDs, videos you can buy, or you can rent. Now, if Eclipse Paradise is still there, you can do that. You have lots of fun down there. They used to be open all night on a Friday night until 6 a.m. They used to be open all night on a Saturday night until 6 a.m. I don't know how they do things now, if they're still there.
I would take my games, I saw them in clouds, but when people started stealing my accounts, and stealing my clouds, so I ain't got them.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I had like a bunch of spindles full of stuff, and all my programs, all my videos, all my games that I gave them to my nephew. My nephew has them.
Okay.
And it was this one app I used to hack companies and corporations with. I used to hack companies and corporations with it.
Did you hack the big ones, or?
I hacked it.
You got Google? Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. I hacked McAfee has this company where there's this application called it's personalization application.
Yeah.
It's worth $25,000. The application is called I can't remember that name of it. Yeah, it was worth $25,000.
Yeah.
Now it's worth $35,000.
Yeah.
I had that. I had to sneak in. I started getting thrown at the back door. So I had to sneak in thrown at the back door. It was fears of the statute of limitations.
Yeah.
That's what we used to talk about. I snuck in thrown at the back door. So use that application. I had to scope it out.
Yeah.
So it took a few months to scope out and practice runs.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got it. I snuck in through the back door. One security guard said, "Oh, that porno stuff." So I snuck in through that. Down to the back door. That's how I got in. I found it. There was an application McAfee had Finstar. His name was Finstar. The application called Finstar. I made a copy. I didn't steal it. You made a copy.
You borrowed it. Yeah, you borrowed it.
I made a copy. That's how I know I had done it.
Yeah.
I made a copy.
You see, Nance, he understands. He understands real good. Nance must have friends that are hackers or former hackers. So Nance understands the hacker manifesto. He understands that hackers live by code. It's called the hacker manifesto. You got two types of hackers. You got the white hat hackers. And you got the dark hat hackers. I was a white hat hacker. I never fucked people over as a hacker. I was a white hat hacker. And I didn't steal. I pretty much borrowed. What I did, I made copies of the stuff I took. I never took the originals. I made copies, but I never took the originals. I was a white hat hacker. And then I'd take those and I would share them to every single body in the hacking community. I take what I took, I shared it to everybody in the hacking community. I was like Robin Hood. Take it from the rich, give to the poor, and share every goddamn fucking body. That's what I did. I took Finstar and I shared it to everybody on the goddamn fucking planet. That's what I did. And dark hat hackers, well, they just want to fuck people over. They want to destroy people's accounts. They want to fuck people over in every kind of way they can, worst kind of ways they possibly can. That's what dark hackers do. There was a dark hacker. He had the Eastern Seaboard. He knocked down the power grid in the Eastern Seaboard of the United States. And it shut down all the power, most of the power in Columbus, Georgia. It shut down power in Hamilton, Georgia. All over the place. That man killed a shit potload of goddamn fucking people in hospitals. People being operated on. Their shit shut down. They died. The doctors couldn't see what they operating on. Babies died in their respirators. People in life support stopped and they died. That's a dark hacker. That's what dark hackers do.
And that's not that after I came back to my computer. I was in the Hamilton at the time.
Okay.
That's what I car. But then apparently somebody knew I did it because I was followed by, there's a CIA in Columbus that goes around looking for hackers.
Yeah, you're talking about one of them black Tahoes?
It's a van.
Oh yeah, van.
And they found me and they were following around.
Now, did they kidnap you or?
No.
Okay.
No, they figured out I did it.
Okay.
And when I saw it, I saw the gear and stuff on top.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh shit.
You know they had you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they never called the cops on it.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal.
So I figured, okay, I guess I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that was the CIA vehicle. Now the CIA has a vehicle that goes around Columbus, Georgia at that time. They're looking for you remember when Al-Qaeda was big? They had splinters, they had cells all over the country. That van was looking for Al-Qaeda cells in Columbus. They're looking for Al-Qaeda cells. And because Al-Qaeda had hackers in them, so they're looking for Al-Qaeda cells. And what that van was doing, they were looking for hackers. Looking for hackers and terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda. And that's who they were trying to detect. They're trying to detect Al-Qaeda activity or any kind of terrorist activity around that time in Columbus. That's why they were there. And since I had Finstall around that particular time, well, guess what? They might have heard about what I had done. So they might have been trailing me while they were looking for other people doing stuff I hadn't been doing. And that's why they were behind me. I can't say if that's why they were behind me and they knew what I had done. I had a McAfee Corporation Finstall. I had a McAfee Corporation stole Finstall from McAfee. I don't know if they were behind me and checking me out to see if I was hacking again or not. But they might have been. Then again, they might not have been looking for me. They might have been looking for Al-Qaeda cells. Or they might have been looking for I think they could have been looking for. They could have been looking for militia groups cells. Militia groups were thinking back then. So they could have been looking for Al-Qaeda cells. They could have been looking for activity from militia groups, because there was militia groups in there at that time. They could be looking for those people too. You never knew who they were looking for. They might be looking for me too. So yeah, that explains that. There was a time I was at AT&T store, and I caught this Middle Eastern couple trying to steal phone accounts from an AT&T store. And I told the people on the AT&T store what's going on. They ran those people out. They chased them away. They went for their computer. The owners looking for a computer, go for a computer to see what phone accounts they had stolen. And they were trying to steal big goddamn time, trying to steal every phone account that they could find inside their AT&T store. So I worried them real quick. I told them, look. They saw, they ran their asses the fuck out. They were an Arab couple. one was trying to fool the AT&T people that they wanted to buy a phone. While he was talking, the woman went behind the counter and she went inside the computer system and she started stealing AT&T phone accounts. If I hadn't worried them, they would never know. And so that prevented that from happening. About a week or two later, the AT&T store wasn't there no more. It was shut down. Somebody else owned the store after that. I don't know what the fuck happened. And I'm thinking maybe this couple might actually pull it off and steal a bunch of phone accounts. And AT&T found out. And so they got mad. So they moved the business license from that store. And that's why the AT&T store shut down. And that's why the AT&T store ain't there no more. I don't fucking know. That AT&T store was in the business district where PetSmart is at in Columbus, Georgia. And where Target is at in Columbus, Georgia. That's where the AT&T store is at. If that's why AT&T store shut down, that's why. If that's not why the AT&T store shut down, they didn't lose their business license because of what happened. Maybe it shut down because, well, it was a bunch of people trying to get phone accounts so they could use to do terrorist activity. And if they were still together for phone accounts so they could do terrorist activity, well, you know why. So Al-Qaeda, if that was what they were doing for, could get phone accounts so they could mask and cloak the cloak people in the cell. So they could do terrorist attacks and not be found out by using phone accounts pretending to be other people. That could have been what was going on. Just saying.
No.
I know about talking about man into it.
Yeah. What about cryptocurrency? Have you gotten into that?
I tried to get it.
Yeah.
There was a study. It was an app where you could make money from crypto.
Yeah.
I never made a dime off of it. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave up on that.
I don't know. I hear it's a gold rush with crypto these days.
And you know how many money you know $140 shoot for the big country, the Marvel Shoot Revolution?
Yeah.
TikTok pays all our money. I don't know exactly how it works, but it does pay a lot of money.
Yeah, do you have a TikTok account too?
I had a TikTok account with Marvel Shoot Revolution.
Yeah.
That's where the $145,000 came from. I went to my credit card, my account, so I was worth $145,000. Then later on, it was somebody I was stealing from. That's why I went from $145,000 to $139,000. And I didn't take the money out, so I don't know who took the money out.
Yeah.
And I only name of one person, Mark. The Mark won't let access to the phone. Mark, I know one person would take that money from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think he used that money to buy that car?
So he bought a car. I think he had bought two, or maybe he rented one.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened last time he got. He had them. He doesn't drive anymore.
I don't think he has his license anymore.
Oh.
I think he got it suspended.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe he took some of the money and he bought that vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think he could be in on the
These two guys?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that? Because I mean, these guys, they know.
They know so much about it. I don't know.
Because for these guys, like, they know stuff about you, right?
And I don't know how.
Yeah, and they have to have an inside man.
They have to be Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all one.
Yeah, because you don't.
Yeah. The inside man is Mark Jones, my roommate. And it was another inside man Larry Golden. Larry Golden will let Mark Jones come in for his apartment, go for Larry Goldman's attic, and come through the attic in my room to steal from me, and to attack me, and to assault my feet and turn the hamburger meat with something, a weapon of some type. So then I had to heal my feet by first soaking them in hydrogen peroxide until the wound was cleaned by hydrogen peroxide and the infection was killed by hydrogen peroxide. Then I took Neosporin and I wired my feet up with Neosporin, and then I took that stuff that the EMTs wrap your body parts in when you got burns and stuff. I wrapped my feet up in that because it's I can't remember what it's called. It's bandages. I wrapped my feet up with bandages. I wrapped my legs with bandages. And self-sealing bandages. And after a week or two, the feet healed up. And the wounds sealed themselves. So now I remove the bandages, look, the wound healed. No more wound. Wound heal up. I save for take off bandages, wounds heal. And I heal it using hydrogen peroxide and Neosporin and keep wounds clean, keep them from infection happening to them by wrapping them with self-sealing bandages. Same thing EMTs do all the goddamn time. I learned this from a combat medic. A combat medic taught me how to do this. Combat medics and commando units, they do this. This is what they do. I learned it from those guys. That's how it's done. And combat medics are part and parcel of special forces teams. So, yeah. Well, you know.
I try to keep him out, so I try not to talk about Mark about anything. Because I know Mark's crooked. I know.
Yeah. Do you keep any food at your place?
No, I don't.
So where do you?
I'm afraid Mark's still mess it up.
Well, what do you eat?
I go to the business district and eat.
Okay, yeah, okay, so you just eat out.
Yeah.
So you just keep all your money on you?
Yeah, I put money in the bank, I keep money. I try to keep money on me, and Mark will steal it.
Yeah, that is.
Those are the neighbors' part. Those neighbors' attic.
Yeah.
Those are my room for the attic in my room. He'll steal from me. So I try to keep all my money in the bank until I had to spend it. Otherwise, it's going to get stolen.
Do you bank at First People's or Wells Fargo?
I bank at First People's and Wells Fargo.
Yeah, because you want to diversify and keep your money in all different places.
Yeah. And, the life of me, I don't know. I did a background check on myself to see if I can find where I was living.
Yeah.
I did a background check on the background apps from Google Play Store. Mm-hmm. It doesn't show you live at South Blanchard. I don't know why.
That's strange.
It don't show Mark live at South Blanchard. It don't show the neighbor live at South Blanchard.
It's not very good app, then.
Yeah, the app is good. I can find who other bar in the area. But I can't find nobody living in that house for a woman. I'm like, wait a minute.
So how long have you been living there?
About half a year. I'm going, it don't show me. It don't show Mark. It don't show neighbor. It shows the woman. That makes no sense.
No, it don't.
On the other houses, you can find out who's living in the other houses in that app. But you can't find the three of us living in that house.
That's weird.
It only shows the woman living in that one.
Where do you sleep at?
I sleep in my room.
Your room? Do you lock the door when you...
Well, I did. I put a lock on the door.
Yeah.
Mark changed the lock.
Did you try to put like a deadbolt on there?
I put a lock on the door. Mark changed the lock out.
Yeah.
That shows how quick it is.
Yeah.
The only reason he changed the lock out is he was still coming to the room. He come in for neighbor's part for the attic. But he couldn't come in the room for the door, so when he waited till after he changed lockouts and keep going.
Yeah.
That shows he is a thief. You don't do that unless you're skilled.
And then he brings guest over there to
He does. He brings guests, and they're all crooks. They're all thieves. And one was a sex offender. He brought a sex.
No, really?
Yes, he brought a sex offender.
Who was that?
I don't know who he was. I found who that was. Little background check app.
Yeah.
I found him in the sex offender registry when I was background checking.
Wow. So you're always checking, right?
Yes, I check. I just put sex.
That's smart.
I checked and found who sex offenders were living.
No.
I found him in the area for that. Why is Mark really sex offenders?
That's just not right.
It's not.
So, well,
So I made sure I let my friends come to the house because I don't want to get them hurt by March.
Do you have any friends in town? Or?
Yeah.
Do you? Really?
Friends, I have kinfolk here in town.
Yeah, kinfolk, yeah.
Grandma, she's a step-grandma.
Okay, where she live at?
She lives up the road.
Okay.
And sometimes one of the babies, she might be my actual grandma.
Yeah.
She said she's my grandma. She might be a step-grandma. But I had one occasion that maybe she might be my actual kinfolk. I saw my adopted sister, and my adopted sister gave medication. She's my actual sister.
Now, have you tried using that Ancestry.com, trying to figure out?
Yeah, I don't know how Ancestry.com works. You got to hire Ancestry.com to work for you?
Yeah, well, no, see, what you do is you order one of those kits offline, and then you do like a swab with your cheek, and you send back your DNA. Then they match up the chromosomes, the 23 chromosomes, and the DNA and the strands and all that stuff. And that's supposed to link up how you're related to everybody.
Okay.
So,
and then I have my best friend, she fed Reese.
Yeah.
And my best friend, she Sheriff Hayes.
Yeah.
Sheriff Hayes, she works at Ellerslie.
Okay.
She's a copy in Ellerslie.
Okay.
And right now she works for the school system as a resource officer at Ellerslie. So I'm on school in Ellerslie, at the elementary school.
Yeah.
And she's a resource officer up there.
Yeah.
I contact her. I just call the principal. Leave my name, my email, contact for the principal. The principal give it to her.
Okay.
So I have a contact with you. That's all I use.
Yeah.
The reason I started using Zoom is because I can't talk to anybody else using Zoom. Every time I tried, I never get further. The reason is, well, I did a little test. I called some company, right? But they get that company, I got a different company. I realized those quick remote call center people, they'll redirect other places. And I tried to call Credit Karma. Instead of Credit Karma, I got Verizon. And this is alright, fine. So they tried different. That's somebody else. I use it as Zoom, I connect every single time.
So you ever get anxiety or feel anxious or like, nah, you just kills a cucumber?
I'm always cool.
Always cool. Yeah.
I was trained to fight Conor McGregor in USC.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was getting ready to go.
How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago. I was going to join the USC.
Really?
I was going to fight Conor.
I didn't know that about you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going to join the USC. I was going to fight Conor McGregor for the title. I started training to defeat Conor McGregor. Yeah. And I trained at this gym in Hamilton, Georgia. This guy, he got me to do his name Norman. And my personal trainer was Sheila Close Brooks. Okay. And she can get anybody you want to train. She can get martial artists she wants to train. You got to request for her to get them on assistant martial arts. She'll get him on the martial arts and train. And she was a personal trainer. I used to date her as well. She was my girlfriend. Oh, wow. And she got a commando, Army Ranger commando training. You train like I was commando. Be a commando.
Yeah, we'll talk after we talk about your MMA. I'm curious about your love life.
Well, she was my girlfriend. Yeah. And her son became my son.
You adopted him? Wow.
You're not officially adopted.
Yeah, but you had done all the paperwork, but you claim them though. You claim them though.
I claim them.
Yeah.
So I adopted them.
Yeah.
I used to drive them to school.
Okay.
So I drive them to school, drop them off, drop my nephew off. I go down and I would go and work out, get in shape.
Yeah.
And then my car broke down.
Yeah.
I used to take my car to Joe's Auto Parts to get a payday.
Okay.
And having problems. And eventually the car wouldn't work anymore. What is, I got created by somebody. Messed it up. Just destroyed the axle, whatever it was. So I couldn't have a car anymore. So I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
And then my mother kicked me out of my house. I got sitting there right here. I haven't been out ever since. And
how come your mother kicked you out of your house?
She's playing I was an asshole.
I don't believe that. You're a very nice guy, Clarence.
She kind of was an asshole when I wasn't an asshole. I just wouldn't do everything she wanted to do. I did right by her.
She's probably a very demanding person, wasn't she?
She was demanding. She was extremely demanding. She wanted the impossible. I told my mom, I ain't perfect. One perfect being will let Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I need Jesus. Claim to be perfect would be blasphemous.
Yeah.
Be perfect. I got one of those weaknesses, problems, and falseness of everybody else. Just a human being. I will never be what you want me to be. One I can be a good son. I can do that. If I can't do that.
But what about your dad?
My dad, he eventually died.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. My stepfather was mental wall health.
Okay.
The man tried to kill me.
Oh. Yeah.
I used my commando training with his blood. I set him down, I crushed his kneecap, and I let it go. So he never walked right again after.
Yeah.
And now so we spoke with him, and he got sent to this little hospital area.
Yeah.
Where I was Emory at.
Yeah.
That was the hospital. He was sent there.
Okay.
And they messed him up.
Yeah, St. Emory. The little hospital he was sent to a little hospital next door to St. Emory. That's what he was sent to. It's a Piedmont hospital. Piedmont had little hospitals all over Columbus, Georgia. The hospital my stepfather sent to was a Piedmont hospital, a little Piedmont hospital that's next door to St. Emory. That's on Veterans Parkway. He was murdered there at that little Piedmont hospital. See, what happened was, now the hospital will never say they murdered him, but that's what we suspect happened to him. We can't prove it because his body was cremated, so we can't prove that. And he wasn't actually murdered. You see, what happened was he was abused there by the staff. He was abused by the staff. He was brought home by us, and he died in his bed in Hamilton, Georgia. So he wasn't actually murdered. That's the exaggeration. He wasn't murdered by Piedmont. He was abused by Piedmont. What happened was he pissed off an orderly. So they grabbed him and body slammed him on the ground, and he broke his hip. The hospital lied and said he had pneumonia or something, and he didn't have pneumonia. They took him and they put him in surgery. They never told us he was put in surgery. We never found out he was put in surgery until about a week after surgery was over with. That's when we realized what happened. They lied to us. Piedmont lied to us. Well, they picked him up and slammed him on the ground. He broke his hip. So he hid that from us by saying he had COVID, which is basically pneumonia. They said he had COVID. He didn't have no goddamn fucking COVID. They took him to surgery and they operated him to heal his hip. And they hid that from us for a week. And then we brought him back home, and he died in his bed. He would not have had to die in his bed if an orderly had not grabbed him and threw him to the floor to break his hip, which caused Piedmont to hide it by lying and saying he had COVID, which basically pneumonia, and they operated on him to heal it and to hide the fact of what happened to him. Piedmont did that. We thought about suing Piedmont for retribution for what happened to him, but we never did because we couldn't afford a lawyer at that goddamn time. That's why we never sued Piedmont, and Piedmont never paid for the crime they had done to that man. That's all there's to it. More you know.
I think what happened was they took him and slammed him to the ground.
Yeah.
And they hit that fat France. We got him up to the hospital, but they had him out there, so we did.
Yeah.
So probably from when he passed away.
Okay.
And I think one hospital's crooked. Piedmont is crooked. They had problems there.
What kind of problem?
Well, my uncle, he saw orderly or male nurse, fellatio a teenage boy.
Wow.
And they got problems like that. I don't know why. I don't know they got people like that working for them, but they do.
I have an uncle who used to work for Piedmont. He saw it happen his own self. He saw, is he really a male nurse fellatio on the age teenage boy? It happened at Piedmont. He saw it himself.
Hey, Mr. Davis. I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing. Hey, Clarence. Hi, man.
Hey, Clarence, how you doing?
How are you? No, man. I'm doing fine.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Why am I here with this nice officer?
What was talking?
You see, that's the end of the interview. Why? Because somebody called Piedmont to show up. That should never happen. It should never happen. That's not Piedmont's business. I'm not Piedmont. Sorry. They called New Horizons to... I lost my train of thought. They called New Horizons to show up. That should never happen. That's not New Horizons' business. It's not their business. New Horizons is not the police. No one had any business calling New Horizons to show up. New Horizons is not the police. New Horizons can't solve a sex crime. New Horizons cannot solve any kind of crime whatsoever. This was a law enforcement issue. This was a sex crime issue. This was not a mental health issue. New Horizons had no goddamn business interfering or getting involved in it. New Horizons should have never been allowed to interfere and get involved in it. Nobody had no business calling New Horizons. This was a sex crime issue. New Horizons are not the cops. They're mental health. They cannot solve a sex crime. They cannot solve a fucking crime. They should have never been brought in that day. It was none of New Horizons' goddamn fucking business. The crime would have been solved that fucking day. Charges would have been brought against Bruce Andrew Fireside, but it never fucking happened. If somebody called New Horizons and New Horizons got involved, if they had never gotten involved, this shit would have been solved a long goddamn motherfucking time ago. I don't know who was a goddamn stupid dumbass who called those New Horizons people up, but New Horizons had no business getting involved in that. The crime would have been solved. It would have been over with. New Horizons had no goddamn stinking business getting fucking involved. It is a sex crimes issue. It's a law enforcement issue. It's not a New Horizons issue. It's not a mental health issue. It should never been involved. That's all there is to it. Well, I'm Clarence Dewitt Young. This last upload I will make for a while. I will also upload one more upload showing abuse that was done to me by my dumbass roommate, Mark Jones. He tapped my foot and turned the hamburger meat. And I might upload maybe one other video. Who knows? All done tonight. Well, I'm Clarence Young. Clarence Dewitt Young. Flawless victory.